In a quiet village nestled by the river, there lived a young lad named Joren. Sharp as a fox and gentle as a spring breeze, Joren carried dreams as vast as the sky. But my child, the boy had a burden. His own thoughts tangled around him like a hunter's net. Whether choosing a tunic for the day or deciding on his future, he would drown in endless questions. What if I fail? What if I choose wrong? Oh, how the lad suffered under the weight of his own mind. His mother, his father, even old Gareth the blacksmith would shake their heads. "Joren, lad, stop thinking and start doing," they'd say. But oh no, his mind was like a wheel stuck in the mud, spinning and spinning, yet going nowhere. Then came the village fair, and with it, a contest. Young minds were to present ideas to better the town. A grand chance, yet Joren sat beneath the old oak, lost in his worries. What if my idea is foolish? What if they mock me? Oh, how his doubts chained him. When the day of reckoning arrived, Joren had naught to show, left only with regret clinging to him like a shadow. With his heart heavy as a sack of stones, Joren sought the wisdom of his grandfather, old Edrin, a man who had seen more seasons than the trees themselves. By the warm glow of the hearth, Joren poured out his troubles. "Grandfather," Joren sighed, "my own mind betrays me. It keeps me from stepping forward. How do I silence these endless thoughts?" The old man, wise as the hills, chuckled softly. "Ah, lad, let me weave you a tale, one that may show you the path." "Long ago," old Edrin began, "there was a warrior, strong as a bull and swift as the wind. His name was Rorik. But my boy, for all his might, he bore a flaw. His mind was a battlefield long before he ever stepped onto one. One fateful day the kingdom called upon him. Trouble had come from the east. Rorik was to cross the river and strike down the enemy. But as he reached the water's edge, he paused. What if the bridge is frail? What if there's a hidden trap? What if I wait for another way? And so he stood, trapped by his own thoughts. Hours slipped like grains of sand, and still Rorik wavered. The enemy, they did not wait. By the time he gathered his courage, the battle had already been lost. His blade never even tasted the fight. The king, wise and weary, looked upon Rorik and said, "Foolish boy, the bridge was strong, but your fears made it weak. A warrior who never swings his sword is no warrior at all." Joren sat still, the tale settling in his bones. He saw himself in Rorik's folly, saw how his own mind had bound him in chains unseen. "Grandfather," Joren whispered, "tell me, how does a man break free from his own thoughts?" Old Edrin leaned in, eyes twinkling like stars. "Ah, my boy, the cure is simple. When doubt creeps in, act. A man who stands at the river's edge pondering its depth will never know the feel of the current. Step in and trust yourself." And so Joren made a vow. No more would he be a prisoner of his own thoughts. He chose swiftly, acted boldly. At first his steps were unsure, but with each decision his feet grew steadier. Mistakes came, oh yes, but they became his teachers, not his chains. Seasons passed, and Joren grew into a man of renown. When the young ones asked, "Tell us, wise Joren, what is the secret to your triumphs?" he would smile, lean close, and say, "Do not let your thoughts become your chains. Fear not failure, fear standing still. The only way to walk the path is to step forward, so step and step now."